Hello everyone, today I want to talk about something that many people struggle with, and that is how to identify your passion or your true desire in life. And I want to share this topic from a psychological perspective because psychology gives us scientific and practical ways to understand yourself better. And I believe that understanding your passion is not about finding one big thing instantly, but about a process of self-discovery that takes time and patience. So let me start by telling you a little story about myself, because I also went through this journey of finding my passion when I was a new student at Management University Ahmad Dahlan, and I felt so confused because I didn't know what I really wanted. I chose economic and business because my parents suggest it, but I was not sure if that was my true passion. I felt lost and worried that I would waste my time on something I didn't love. But then I learned from psychology that passion is not something you find outside yourself, but something you discover from within, and that can and that changed my whole perspective. Now, let me explain what psychology says about passion. According to psychology, passion is a strong and persistent desire or interest in something that gives you energy and happiness, and it is different from just a hobby because passion makes you feel alive and motivated when we things get hard. And psychologists also say that passion usually develop from two important things: first, your natural talent or strength, and second, the activities that make you lose track of time because you enjoy them so much. So if you want to identify your passion, you need to pay attention to this to sing in your daily life. The first step to identify your passion from a psychological perspective is self-reflection, which means taking time to look inside yourself and ask important questions you can ask yourself. What activities make me feel happy and excited? What do I enjoy doing even when I am tired? What topic do I love to read or talk about? And what comes easily to me that others find difficult? For example, I start asking myself this question, and I realized that I love helping people solve problems. I enjoy organizing events, and I felt happy when I could explain difficult things in simple ways, and these calls helped me understand that my passion was related to thinking and leadership. And I felt so relieved because I finally had some direction. The second step is to try new things and experiment, because psychology teach us what we cannot know if we like something until we actually try it. So don't be afraid to explore different activities, join new club that take different class, volunteer or try a new hobby. For example, when I was at Management University Ahmad Dahlan, I joined the student organization. I tried public speaking. I joined a business competition, and I even tried writing article for the campus magazine. And through this experience, I discovered that I really enjoy writing and sharing ideas, which I never expected before. So, experiment is powerful to uncover your hidden passion. The third step is to pay attention to your emotion and energy. Because psychology say that our feelings are important signal that tell us what we truly care about. So notice when you feel excited, curiously happy, or even frustrated, because that emotion can guide you toward your passion. For example, when you work on something and time feel by quickly, that is a sign that you are passionate about it. And when you feel organized after doing something, even if it was tiring, that is another sign. So listen to your heart and trust your feeling, because they know what you truly want. The fourth step is to seek feedback from people who know you well, because sometimes we are not see ourselves clearly and others can see our strengths and talents better than we can. So as your family, friend, teacher, or mentor, what do they think you are good at? What do they see as your unique gift, and what do they think make you happy? For example, I asked my best friend and my lecturer, and they both said that it was good at motivating others and explaining ideas clearly, and that feedback confirmed my passion or thinking and communication. So don't be shy to ask for help, because others can give you valuable insight. The fifth step is to overcome your fear and limiting belief, because psychology tells us that many people can find their passion because they are afraid of failing, afraid of judgment, or afraid that they are not good enough, and this first block them from exploring their true potential. So you need to challenge things talk and tell yourself that it is okay to try and fail, because failure is part of the learning process, and every failure teach you something new about yourself. For example, I was afraid to join the public speaking competition because I thought I would embarrass myself, but I tried it anyway, and even though didn't win, I learned that I actually joined speaking in front of people, and that experience gave me more confidence to pure my passion. Now, I also want to share a psychology concept called the, which is a Japanese concept that means your reason for being, and it is very helpful for finding your passion. Ikigai is the extension for things. First, what you love. Second, what you are good at. Third, that the world needs. And fourth, what you can be paid for. And when these four things meet, you find your true purpose and passion. So I can you to reflect on this for areas in your life, because they can guide you to a meaningful and fulfilling life. Let me also share some practical tips that psychology recommend to help you identify your passion. First, keep a journal and write down your thoughts, feeling, and experience every day, because writing help you see patterns and understand yourself better. Second, practical mindfulness and meditation, because this practical help you quit you mind and listen to your voice, that read books and watch video about different topics to expand your knowledge and develop your interest. For surround yourself with passion and positive people, because their energy will inspire you and motivate you to find your own passion. And five, Be patient with yourself, because finding your passion is a journey, not a destination, and it is okay if it takes time. In the end, I want to say that identifying your passion is one of the most important things you can do for your happiness and success, because when you do what you love, you feel more filled and more alive, and you also become better that you do because you enjoy the process. You will feel a sense of purpose and joy that nothing else can give you. Thank you for listening, and I hope these special practices help you understand yourself better and find the passion that makes your life meaningful.